I saw you on IG talking about out here meeting with the president.
Yeah.
Creative economy.
You caught that? You caught that?
I caught that. You in your little suit. I didn't even know you owned a tie.
Man, I got mad suits. I get in my suit game when needed. The hottest thing in the world right now. This is the Blaze Podcast. Hey, people worldwide, you're listening to the Blaze Podcast. We're back. What's up, Jinx?
Hey, my man.
What's happening, man?
Episode 3, we out here, What's Good Studios. It's live, you know. We trying to dissect culture, music, entertainment, all that good
the
stuff.
Whole nine.
Yes, sir.
How's your week been, man?
The week has been great, you know. Industry night was popping. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a lot more, man, that's been happening that I can't wait to get into. Super Bowl happened.
So much coming up.
Yeah.
We got, of course, the rewind section. Bring you all types of new music that you haven't heard, and we exposing you to that. We've got 3 things with Buddha Blaze. 3 tips with Buddha Blaze. 3 tips. It's called 3 tips, right?
Are you going to get mad again?
I always get mad.
You're gonna get mad?
I'm always mad, man. Look at my grill. Someone
needs to get off something?
Somebody needs to get off something. We'll be talking about that.
Yeah.
It's been a serious week. We lost a major artist, Ayub Ogada. Legend.
Yeah.
And I just want a moment of silence for Ayub Ogada. Respect Ayub, man. He gave us so much music.
Yeah.
He's one of the artists that brought Nyatiti to the forefront, and he was signed with Peter Gabriel in England, and he's played Nyatiti all over the world. I mean, he's toured. If you look at his tour sheet, I mean, Spain, Italy, I mean, I don't know where. He never toured, you know?
You know, hey, and that makes sense if his representation was Real World Records.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to figure out how, you know, someone like Kwenye got access to, you know?
Yeah.
And that's just a matter of positioning. The label with sync and licensing.
Yeah.
It's a really good look.
He opened up doors for a lot of Kenyan musicians. I mean, also just, you know, historically, he was also part of the African Heritage Band. That was the original, you know, Jabali Africa, and they still have a place on Mombasa Road, you know.
Hey, can we hear that Kotbiro? Kotbiro was sampled on the Yeah album, right?
That's it.
You know,
Yikes.
we got to play that.
Yikes.
We got to at least play that.
And for those who don't know, now you know this song, Magic. It's been sampled by many people. What does Kotbiro mean? What's Kotbiro mean? It's just sounds like calling out.
I can't tell you that I know.
Okay. Ayub Ogada, man. This was a really good musician. It really touches me. I'm really, you know, I'm touched, you know, because he's somebody I met. We talked music, and you know, he was really just like a great artist, you know, and he had surpassed so many hurdles. It's been a tough week.
Yeah, prayers out, man, and well wishes, you know, to family, friends, anybody who might have been affected by his passing.
This is the Blaze Podcast.
Damn, now this past week, my G.
Yeah.
I was minding my own business. I'm looking through Twitter. And then I seen my man, I think it was Kevin Grands, who put up a screenshot of 2 Instagram captions. And on one side, it was DK Kwenye beat. On the other side, it was Hopekid. So I read. I had no backstory. I didn't know what has happened. So I read the Instagram captions from these guys. So DK is like, you know, something about God got me, and you know, I've sinned before, man, and that kind of thing. Like it was very, you know, pro-religious, like like he sinned and asked for forgiveness type shit, right? So I seen that and I was like, okay, so what happened here? Looking through the comments, there was a link to a story, so I press on the link. I go to the story. Dude!
What a story.
I looked at the story, went back and looked at his caption, and I was like, okay, something's missing here.
Can you imagine? Man
like,
of God.
This guy is an animal. And he didn't even address the lady in his caption. That's one thing. So let's give out the full context. When I saw the story, I think it was up on Gafla about how, you know, Hopekid was talking to this chick and asked him to come to Nairobi, and they got intimate. And, you know, as they were doing what they were doing, this other guy walks into the room and basically forces himself onto the girl.
Nasty, nasty, nasty.
Like, these are some really nasty dudes.
I mean, listen, I'm not the one to really come out here and, you know, try to act old sainty, but if you're gonna...
That's a crime. It's not really about, like, judging you or being a... Nah,
that's just...
You committed a crime straight up.
What kind of human being are you?
Yeah, like, we just...
really just go deep. And I know a lot of people hide behind the whole praise God and praise that. And that's the one thing I've always
Get
had.
out of here with
that's
that.
the one thing I've always had. I've always had an issue with people who profess to be holier than thou. You know, one time in my management career, I hang out with one of these gospel artists. And, you know, that was our first time. Like, I never really ventured or ever, you know, been in touch with these gospel artists. But all I remember is that whole day, we never prayed. I hang out with this guy a whole day, and all we talked about was money. It made me really rethink how I look at gospel artists. Because at one time, you're thinking, okay, cool. So, you know, you praise God and all that. So I'm thinking the whole day, we're going to be praying. You're going to get me closer to God or something. Nothing.
Listen,
it was like straight up, we getting money. It was like regular stuff that I do. It was even more intense than a secular artist. It was the search for money was more intense. I was like, yo, this dude's all about his cars.
I feel you.
His clothing. His gold chains. I was like, yo, I'm not feeling any God coming from this direction.
Yo, listen.
So for me, I always said, like, listen, if you're gonna go out there and profess to be a godly artist, or an artist who's going to be pushing God's name, I would say, man, come on, just be a decent human being. I don't care if you worship God or you're pushing God or whatever you're doing. Just be a decent human being.
You know, Blaze, I wouldn't even demonize them for doing what they do. I understand it's a business.
Yeah.
In a way,
I wasn't used to it.
You know, in a way,
if you tell me you are a gospel artist, I'm thinking, okay, so the main function of your career is to praise God.
Like, yo, we gotta stand up for our sisters.
For real.
And you know, watching another lady, you know, standing with these guys. You know,
it's not nice.
You know,
and I know we have to forgive, but we don't start there. We start from investigating what happened.
Yes.
We have to be on the side of the victim.
Listen, man, you know? They have to be put to account. If these claims are true, these guys deserve to be in jail.
Do you think any investigations have started happening? Is there anything happening?
FIDA, what they call it?
FIDA.
Yeah, FIDA have picked up the case.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, these guys have to be put into account. And this whole narrative of, oh, forgive me, that's cool too. You do that.
Forgive.
That's not even my place. That's you and God, or, you know, whatever you do, that's on you. All I'm calling out for is that these dudes have to be put to account. They have to be made of an example, because this is something that happens a lot in the industry, bro.
Okay. That's not cool, man.
Yes, sir.
We don't stand with that right here at the Blaze Podcast.
Love our sisters.
Not cool with that stuff. Don't bring that stuff over here.
That's a fact.
This is the Blaze Podcast. And 21 Savage, man, ICE is coming for him.
What's happening with
they saying that he's not a U.S. citizen. You know, they just found out. And what really suspicious, like, he's been in jail quite a few times. He's been in trouble with the law. Like, how come they just found out now?
This, I think, recently I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast. I listen to that podcast a lot. and he was talking about how, like, he has this hunch that the music business has been, you know, trying to continue the narrative about, you know, black men being scary and that kind of thing. Like with Tekashi, felt like that was planned way earlier.
Yeah.
He didn't even know what they were doing to him, you know, the affiliation with the Bloods, that type of thing. He mentioned a few other cuts. And this 21 Savage story, it just sounds the same. Like these young black rappers who are coming up making a killing.
All of a sudden, they're in trouble with the law.
Yeah, they seem to be targeted in some way.
We're hoping that he gets over this and it's not really the situation. I mean, we remember back in the day, we had the same situation with Slick Rick. But his was a situation where he got in trouble, but he happened to be a British citizen.
Yeah.
So his paperwork was really bad, and they were trying to deport him back to the UK. They never succeeded.
Yeah.
He's still in America. Slick Rick is still doing his thing.
But
and
21 visas expired when? Has he been arrested?
That's a long time
That's a
ago.
long time ago. He's definitely been arrested.
But
after
what's really strange is like he didn't take care of his paperwork all these years, you know? Listen, 21 Savage, we really hope that you get over this.
Yeah.
I feel like it's, you know, listen, maybe somebody just out there, you know, trying to tarnish your name, and hopefully you can fix this, man. 21, you know?
I love 21, bro.
Yeah. Well, news came in that the vinyl sales are really doing well. They did 2018 sold $1 billion in sales of vinyl. Vinyl is back.
I mean, that's what they say about history.
Yep,
Has
vinyl
a funny
is
way.
back. Everybody wants to listen to music the pure way. You know? I know, like streaming is also really doing well, but I think a lot of people are going back to the basics and just saying, "Hey, listen, I want my vinyl."
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Because streaming is really, it's really the demographic of, I want to say, you know, 15 to 30.
Yeah.
That's really up on streaming. And I feel like, you know, the guys who are being phased out by, you know, CDs, they're like, all right, I'm just gonna grab my
It's just nice. Like, it just feels so much better.
Yeah.
Like, I got the Blinky Bill album on vinyl.
It's available on vinyl. Yeah.
Beautiful. Like, it's so great. We urging artists out there to go put your music on vinyl. So that's another outlet. If your music is good, people will go out. I mean, I've hung out with my man Jimmy Rugami, who owns the record store at Kenyatta Market. I mean, the guy holds, every year he does the record store day. People come out from all parts of Kenya and just hang out. I mean, the vinyl market is growing. Nairobi Soul Club, they doing every other night at Lava Latte. Every other Saturday, they do a vinyl party.
You said Nairobi Soul Club?
Nairobi Soul Club, man. So a bunch of guys come together, a bunch of DJs that just play vinyl, and that's what they do. The Adrians and my man Lionel, David Sanders, they just come together and they bring all their vinyl. They just hang out and kick it and listen to vinyl all day.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Big up to the vinyl heads out there.
Yeah.
This is the Blaze Podcast.
I saw you on IG talking about out here meeting with the president.
Yeah.
Creative economy.
You caught that? You caught that?
I caught that. You in your little suit. I didn't even know you owned a tie.
Man, you know, I got mad suits. I get in my suit game when needed. So, you know, they so the president's office, they call it the PPMC, the Presidential Music Commission.
Music Commission, yeah.
Really good people out there. Dr. Otoyo, Big Ted, and of course Nyambane. They organized a roundtable, just to be able to articulate what it is that's going on in the music industry, the entertainment industry, and just put it in front of the president, see what he can do for us. You know, really, I feel like because of the conversation with Play Kenyan Music, a lot is coming out. A lot of things haven't been done. You know, the problems, the MCSK. So,
royalty collection, touring.
People from various associations, national associations, had to come out and just really sit down and talk about things that are really affecting the industry. Why is it always caught up in these issues? And we know that there's a lot of money in the industry, but how do you quantify it? How do you, you know, where's the data? And there was some really good people over there, man. I met some amazing people. There's a guy called Gashara who's doing, is it the Hiva Fund?
Okay.
Yeah, you know, they're creating an opportunity where young artists can actually approach somewhere and get funding to be able to support their craft.
For your single, your video, whatever it is.
Yeah, it was really nice. Like, it was a really good experience to just meet all those people.
Okay.
Different associations, just around the country, from all over the place, registered associations, to just meet and be able to dialogue, you know. And so eventually these meetings are gonna end up in State House. So they're gonna choose a bunch of people that are actually gonna sit and table and say, cool, all right, we represent all these people, and what can you do for this, and this aspect of the entertainment industry?
Is there any kind of like agenda that was highlighted that you might?
A lot of agenda, of course. MCSK comes to the top because artists want to find out, like, when will this situation ever be sorted? Like, when do we start getting money for the craft that we've put in so much work and investment?
Okay.
You know? So that's really one of the biggest things that I mean, addressed.
I hopefully that means accountability for the guys that, you know, did what they did.
That was really one of the things that people talked about. I don't know if you saw Nonini's speech.
Yeah,
he came out. He's got his own association, and just like point after point after point. There was some really good people at that.
And speaking of Kenya and our structural issues.
Yeah, man.
The corruption
that
index
news
is
came out, man. Kenya's not looking good. Nigeria's not looking good.
I was so confused when I saw this list.
Yeah.
Because it was like corruption index, and we were at like 140 something.
Yeah, that's really low.
I'm like, how did that happen? Because I thought like number 1 was the worst.
No. So what they do is, the way they listed them is like, the first country is Denmark. Basically, the least corrupt country in the world is Denmark.
Damn.
And of course, you didn't see too many African countries, not even top 20. Rwanda comes in at 48.
I mean, Rwanda's been doing well, man, over the last like 10, 15 years.
Mr. Kagame out there, an African country in check.
Yeah.
Number 52 is Namibia.
Okay.
South Africa comes in at number 73.
Wow.
Ghana, 78.
Okay.
You know, Ethiopia, 114.
Still no Kenya?
Well, listen. Kenya and Nigeria are tied.
Okay.
At number 144. Can you imagine?
Damn, this is out of how many countries?
Out of 180 countries, Kenya and Nigeria tied as far as corruption on the same level.
Yo, Kenya and Nigeria are like Park and Biggie.
I know, they always beefing
you
about
can't
things.
mention one without talking about the other.
Listen, Nigeria and Kenya, you guys are one. You're in the same WhatsApp group, like this. This is the Blaze Podcast. So my friend Sheila from Box.
Shouts out to you.
Big up, man. She's doing mad thing, you know. So she invited me over to Industry Night to just come and really hang out with her and also just mentor some of these artists that were there. She did a whole Industry Night where it was mostly just new artists, and she would bring
Funky Fresh.
Yeah, she would bring a bunch of mentors to just come hang out. And that's what we need. I feel like we're not communicating a lot with our younger musicians, so they keep doing the same mistakes their older counterparts did, you know, because nobody's reaching out to them.
Yeah.
The bigger musicians are either too busy touring or too busy building their careers that they don't reach back out to the young people. And I love doing that. Me as Buddha Blaze, if you reach out to me, I will come out and hang out with you. If I got time, I'll come out. And so everybody was there. I mean, it was really good just hanging out with all these artists. BV, there was Nene, was it Nene K? Really dope artist.
I loved She-Flow.
Yeah.
She-Flow got on that stage and it was electrifying.
Yeah, Mandy was out there. It was really nice. Like, you know, just spending time and just, you know, giving back. Yeah. Keep the vibe, keep the energy vibey, but at the same time, just be aware. Yeah. Just be aware. So it's not to say, oh, every person you collaborate with, you must sign. Just when you've done the project, be like, hey, dude, we haven't sat down, we haven't done the paperwork.
True.
Let the vibe be organic. Yeah. Be aware of the business of music, so that even as a song is blowing up, take care of the paperwork.
Absolutely. Industry Night is such an important platform. Yeah. You feel me? It was also nice to see, you know, some of the guys who are more notable in the game.
Yeah, Joe Kali came out, man. Joe Kali was out there, spent the whole night there just hanging out. He's such a cool guy,
man. Calligraph out there.
Kali came out?
Yeah.
Nice,
Kali was out there. I saw Musioks was out there.
Yeah, Musioka was there. It was really nice night.
And Joe Kali did an impromptu performance. Like, he's such a good dude.
Killed it. I think he joined Nene K's session. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice vibe.
I ain't trying to be a rebel,
It's good to see the industry supporting each other, and that's what it needs to be about. And big up to WG Networks, you know, for being out there and just filming, and it was a beautiful night, man.
Yes, sir, man. A great start to the year with Industry Night, man. We're in February now.
Man.
Looking up already. You know,
see a lot of things happening this year, man.
Lyrics and Bottles is picking up as well. The R&B side of things.
Yo, last week we had June Gashui. She killed it, you know. She was just like, she's such a great songbird. So you R&B heads out there, every Tuesday night, Lyrics and Bottles.
Yes, sir.
At Fox's Lounge, Wood Avenue. Be there, you know. Man, my section, man, where I just get off because people need to get off that. People need to get off that. I'm just so tired of the things that I see in the industry, everyday life. Mess around and give somebody your number. Dude starts calling you like he's self-entitled to your career. Like, yo, you should do this or you should do this. You know, I'm doing this event. Somebody calls me like, you know, you should do this event like this. I'm like, dude, what's up with people? Like, get off that, man. If I give you my number, I'm giving you my number out of the love of my heart so we can work together, inspire each other, you know, even like critique each other. But don't be calling me self-entitled to my stuff, talking about I should be on that show. People actually call you and say, hey, I want to be on that show. Or you should. I'm like, man, get off that. Get off that. Get off that, man. You know, you can't tell me what to do with my life. I'm trying to do it the best I can. If you want to collaborate, let's collaborate. But dude, get off that, man. Self-entitlement. Get off that. Leave that. The other year, we're moving forward.
For sure, man. For sure. Like, don't be calling me talking about, yo, Jinx, you should be playing this record on your show. If I should be playing it, then I'm probably playing it, all right? So get off that.
Get off that. Get off that, man. Get off that. This is the Blaze Podcast. This is the Rewind, where we play one unknown artist who's coming up. We play one known artist who's already making it. And then the producer makes a pick. And we get to listen to it and just judge it. Give you some of the vibes that are happening globally. Kenya, Ghana, SA, Nigeria, whatever. Like, send us your music. So we've been having a lot of people send us their music, a lot of artists, and we just make a choice. So last week we asked, you know, we asked everybody that listens to us to send us music, and so many people have been sending us music. You should see my DMs.
Okay,
my
that's
DMs
dope.
are packed.
So, you know, that's what I go through on the regular.
I can't pick everybody, so I picked out Asum Garvey, who's a dope artist, I'm imagining. Let's listen to some of this stuff, man.
All right.
The song is called SAS. Now, understand, my man's from Nairobi West.
I just want to be a king to me. Therapeutic what this music is. I speak to me before I release. Make it better than the last, and I confess, never relax. Trying to make it from a past where niggas be gassing. They ain't know any facts, they act. Don't want to be in the back. I'm making mail for the cats. Believe in yourself. Nobody else do that. I am me and I'm proud to be that. They see me, hey, yo, we loving the tracks. Making many more, so listen to that. What do you talk about in tracks? Peace, love, and a lot of heart. No problems here, boy. This boy, Hellboy, no red toy. I speak to the highest minds. This boy, morphing to decoys. I'm the boy who got you need toys. You know my 2 coins. I do coin into the stool loins. Ain't living too long. Now you wonder what.
Oh, rewind. Shots. Okay.
Dedicated to be men. This streets ain't sweet.
Shots fired, man. I hear that.
Let's win.
Nice flow.
They don't wanna be the shit. They just wanna be shit. Wewe. Na wacheki nyinyi ni mamwewe. Mnapenda kubonga kwa gram. Kwa mangoma kazi ni kuham. Na kam
Yo, that's really what we be talking about. It's like you talking a lot on the Instagram. When it comes down to making our music, we don't hear you.
Next we got Lady Leshurr, right?
Lady Leshurr, man.
Lady Leshurr should be in the city soon, right?
She's heading to Kenya, man. Let's listen. This is a freestyle she dropped like just a few days ago. What how many days ago did she drop this? Like 31st January. Just like 4 days ago, man.
Yeah,
so it's
a couple
fresh,
days ago.
it's brand new.
Yo, it's the return of the Mac. 0121 berms on my back. If a girl gets verbal, a murk and attack. Guarantee no more words for the gal. I go in and out like a burger the flat. Slow like a turtle and that. Come on, be jumpy. Run up on the herd of the track.
Wheel it! I love how UK just gets in, man. They don't waste no time. Like, let's go, man.
Lady Leshurr,
no
man,
introduction, nothing. Like, let's roll.
She's a straight shooter.
She's
like
dope,
I listen to all her like Queen speech.
Yeah,
I've listened to like all of them. Like she shoots off the jump.
She's dope.
Very consistent, very hard hitting bars.
Yeah.
I mean, she's one of the best that we got out here.
We don't speak, so when I see me, the heart goes right there, these gyal are and just like and
really simple video.
Yeah,
you know.
But you see how she's animated with her bars.
Really dope.
There was higher, minor, staying drive on my rider, fire. You will get served no diner. My bars are worth more than designer. Notes in the bank and I sing like a choir.
Rewind. My bars are worth more than designer.
Damn.
Word. Let's go.
Damn.
I got paper, no essay. My flows are always hot like LA. Put down in the puta and essay. I'll come through like Renee. It'll be stress, too much headache. Taking off wigs, it'll get messy. Coming to cribs, knocking down tellies. Y'all get spun like ballet. I'll be like, I'm Renee with the bars. Running this thing, relay with the bars. Hit snap back like I'm breaking a car when I pull up.
She's on her way. Big up, man. That was really dope. Lady Leshurr, Horrid. That's a freestyle. And she's actually headed to Nairobi. So see her backyard base at the Muse, man.
That's on the 16th?
On the 16th of February, man.
Yeah.
She's going to be killing it. But this is what it is, man. Right here on Rewind, we give you all the music that you are supposed to be listening to. The main radio stations are not going to do it. We'll do it right here. This is the Blaze Podcast.
All right, you got a new segment you trying to put us on?
Yeah, man. The segment is called 3 Tips, man. This is where we just, hang out. It could be you, it could be me, it could be anybody, it could be my friends, it could be people from the industry.
Yeah.
Just 3 tips, man. Yeah, and we just want to talk about like what it is, 3 ways that you can handle a situation. Yeah. My number 1 tip on what I look in an artist is I just need an artist that's self-motivated, hungry. He just wants it, I'll give you an example. When I used to do Wapi back in the day, like 10 years ago, man, there was this guy called Octopizzo. I mean, the dude arrived before me.
Yeah.
He was more hungry than me. Like I was the manager of the event. He was there waiting for me. Hunger. Like I could already see this dude's gonna be a star. So I always look for hungry, self-motivated, that person that wants it more than the next man.
Yeah.
All right?
What else?
Number 2. A good listener and team player. If you look at all the artists that are really blowing up now, one of the things that they have is they good listeners. They pay attention to what's going on. When you come up to them with critique, whatever, they listen. One thing, they don't hit you back like, oh, you're a hater or you're this or whatever. They pay attention. And I've always seen that in most successful artists is they pay attention, they listen. They might not agree with you, they pay attention. If you go talk to Kali and you want to tell him something, he will pay attention. He will listen. He won't dismiss you and think, make you look like you're some useless person. So a good listener is always a great person to work with because a good listener is a great team player. Tip number 3.
Yeah.
A unique style. You gotta have your own style. Like if I see a rapper or a musician who's just doing what everybody else does, it's just kind of hard to work with them. They might blow up on their own accord, but it's just not enticing for me. I need to see something different.
And it won't stick.
Yeah, I need to see something unique, something that only you have. Whether it's a hairstyle, a clothing style, it could be your lyrics, it could be your topic that you've chosen to address. Yeah. It could be your hood, where you're coming from.
Yeah.
What are you bringing to the table that's so unique that nobody else has? So that when you get in the marketplace, you have a unique position. That you're selling this, and it cannot be found anywhere else in the world except to you. Those are my 3 tips, and you're watching the Blaze Podcast.
Hey, man, that's hella real. I think I'm gonna give out some tips as well as we move forward.
Welcome, man.
Thank you for that.
For sure.
And that's definitely very insightful.
Every Thursday, I'm gonna be having 3 tips with Buddha Blaze. This is the Blaze Podcast. Yeah, man. So what's happening this weekend?
Hey, man, we got Lady Leshurr.
Lady Leshurr.
Leshurr.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
At the Muse in Westlands, man. It's going to be a big night. Homeboys is in the building.
Okay.
G Money will be there. Valerie Modoni will be there. DJ Lasta will be doing his thing. Trap King Chrome will be there. It will be on the 16th of February.
Tickets available?
Tickets available on mymook.com. Go out there. At the door, there'll be 1,500. The Die Hard are gone. Advanced tickets are 1,000 shillings. They're limited. Go get your tickets on mymook.com, man. Right now. Lady Leshurr in Nairobi. Bang.
Sounds like a party to me.
And of course, on Tuesday, Lyrics and Bottles.
Yeah, Foxy's.
Right there at Foxy's. And of course, that's the same place that hosts Industry Night every Thursday. You'll be there. My girl Sheila Kwamboka is doing her thing. So be out there, man. Go out there, support artists, support musicians. Go out there, go out there, go out there. And if you have any events, please send them through. We'll review, we'll post them, we'll talk about them. If you have dope events coming up, man, listen, hit the DM.
Hit the DMs. Let's see what's popping.
Podcast every Thursday on AfriPods and
What's
Good Network.
What's good?
Blah.
What? You just have a brain fart?
I'm just happy, man. The hottest thing in the world right now. This is the Blaze Podcast.